Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
I don't think Marquise on.
This be the green light. Go. Time burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh,
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Where's that? 18! Check back, check back.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
I do need to pick a better nigga.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie 3rd-rounder. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's got Moncrief. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Demario Davis there.
Just tossing my niggas.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Deshaun Watson so multi-dimensional. He scrambled for the first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Honey Badger Tyrann Mathieu
10 yards up the field, bro.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Check. Fresno. Check. Hey, 59. Hey, 24. Mike 4. Watch the pass.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka.
I didn't mean to like lob it like that. I just meant to.
Man. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive.
I did not mean to lob it like that.
Ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Tighten down. There you go.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20.
Catch his ass. Somebody. Nobody. Okay. Yep.
Dalvin Cook.
Let's get in the
is
fucking game, guys.
Touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
You're set. 18. 24. Hey, you don't want to see me. 54. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Rush in. Rush. Alert. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Joker. Hey, 25.
Watson off play action.
Oh, no, you nigga.
Pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. To try again after the sack. Watson, that's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. play fake, and it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Being chased out left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh,
He was looking for Cole Richardson there.
Bro, what the fuck? I thought that was finna go over his head.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Haskins to throw it.
Moved him.
And this time he's got complete. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the carry, it's Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to take this one.
I'm so mad I got blocked.
Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt
I got blocked.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down now. It's Henderson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Throwing on third down, Watson flushed out right. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Nigga, where you going?
For the 3rd time here, intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring
I didn't give him the out route. I gave him the streak.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Yes. Oh, shit.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
I gave this nigga the straight.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're able to find
You ain't gonna make him drop it or nothing, nigga? Damn.
Get him down as he's inside the 40.
Down, right?
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
That nigga wasn't gonna try and put the power on the hit or nothing. That was a soft-ass hit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, 59. Hey, 54.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I'm going to run.
And that'll set him back 5.
18.
Watch the slant.
Hey, we got right. We got right.
Here I come again. Here I come. 25. Come again.
Jim. Check 13. Check 13.
Check four.
To throw on second is Watson. Forced, and he can't find
I ran right into this nigga.
And he goes down.
On some
The Rams
bullshit.
going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Fuck, man, I had no fucking clue on what to do.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check. 26.
Switch.
At 31. Got him, look.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 25 yards that time. Now Haskins on first down.
Catch it, nigga. Somebody.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Cook. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Buddy up. 53, check 53. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Spot.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Olison. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, it's Henderson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Under 4.
Here we go on 4th. Watts, and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Oh, he shifts past him. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Check 52. He's coming. We got double up.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Let's go, baby.
A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Henderson.
Oh, nigga, I got stuck on my blocker.
And his rough night continues. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Watson. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll go down,
I tried
and
to
that
beat
will
him
do
to the
it
outside.
for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Slam. Check. Crunch. Alert.
Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to loft one, deep left, and got his man.
You got hurt, nigga?
And he's free going
Are
down
you
the
serious,
left
nigga? You
side.
got hurt, nigga?
Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything. Chance, didn't he?
I saw him too.
On the 2-point try, and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Mike Ford. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike Ford. And we got to get to the ball, team.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check safety. Watch twist. Mike Ford, watch the eye.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 43. Check 24. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 24. Mike 4. Ball shot. Mike 4. No time. Let's go.
Now it's Watson. And he's got Moncrief. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. Watson steps away. He's going to take off with it. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1.
34. 31. Back. Under 10. 10. 10. 51. Crash. 31.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone.
No, it wasn't even for that, nigga.
Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watson going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Gano now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here we go with Haskins. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before across midfield. And we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop him.
Wait, babe. Wait. Bro.
Just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Just wait right now. Because this is some bullshit. If this nigga gets a fucking touchdown. I'm mad. Oh, let's go.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, we going, baby.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. So 4 quarters wasn't enough. Off to overtime. Don't change that dime. A little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Switch, switch, switch.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 31. Safety screaming.
First throw in OT for Watson. It's caught by Moncrief. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Check, 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 check.
Put it on. Hey, 31.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Hey, 31. Hey, 59.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right.
Good shit, bro. Good fucking shit.
Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I can't believe it neither,
The
bro.
LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First throw of overtime for Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They run the counter with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Come on, catch it, dude. Catch it.
First down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. But now it'll be
Niggas
3rd
over here
down.
getting nervous and shit,
He's
bro.
very happy right there. And it turned into a nice throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, so close, but incomplete. It could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down.
That's what you would do.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Los Angeles, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
STRO. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?